Hey, everybody, and welcome to our Sniffles class. I am Allison Morrison.
And I'm Lisa Lazat.
And we are so excited to be teaching a class together. And we're super excited to teach you all about sniffles, how to stop the sniffles, and how to do it naturally. So that's amazing.
Yep. And we are actually together. Surprise, surprise. We usually do our classes. I'm in Lake City, Florida, and you're
in Chiefland.
So
we're about an hour away.
And we got together tonight because we were in Live Oak, Florida at a in-person class, and it was a testimony night. And I actually shared my testimonies on stopping the sniffles, how we've been able to stop the sniffles for 6 years. My kids used to have really bad allergies, and we ditched all the toxins in our home, started using essential oils, and we really don't have allergy issues. And so we're going to be talking about how to stop the sniffles tonight.
That's so awesome. And I feel like so many people on my page lately have been saying like, oh, we caught this cold, or we've been dealing with congestion or sniffles lately. So I feel like right now with the weather changing in Florida to 40 during the night and 75 or 80 during the day, it's like very prominent right now to have this class. So I'm very excited to teach it right now.
Typically for us, every time the weather changes, we do start getting those little sniffles because all the pressure, it like just in your sinuses, it starts to release, and we're just not used to it. And usually when the seasons change, it just makes it kind of difficult. And so, yes, we've stopped our major allergy issues due to the toxins and the fragrances that were in our home. But sometimes we get our seasonal allergies. And so when we do, we turn to our essential oils for help.
Yeah. Or even just like getting a little cold, especially when you have kids, you really want to get that cold fixed fast so that you can get those kids back to happiness.
Yeah. So. All right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to share our screen. Allison put together this really awesome PowerPoint for you. And here we go.
Awesome. So this is the Stop the Sniffles class. We want to try to be as natural as possible. And I know Lisa and I always talk about like, okay, you can do it yourself or you can buy it yourself. There's some people who are either on a budget or who are trying to just save a little bit of money, or they really just prefer to make things. A lot of people really prefer to DIY and like DIYing. So I made a little recipe. This is what I would put on my kids. You can make like a little mason jar, or you could just add it into your hand. If you add it into your hand, I would do like take away the 0 and just do like 2 drops eucalyptus, 1 drop raven, 1 drop pine, and that would be sufficient. And then if you're going to make a little jar, put some coconut oil in there, mix it all together, and you can make your own little chest rub, and you can use it whenever you need it.
So probably like a half a cup or a quarter of a cup of coconut oil.
Yeah.
That's good. I love how you said just drop the 0 on that recipe. If you're just going to put like a little bit of oil in your hand and then add 1 drop of raven, 2 drops of eucalyptus, and 1 drop of pine. I really like that you gave the alternative to
and
that.
just kind of rub it into the back and the chest, because really a lot of people think of a chest rub just on the chest, but you really want to apply it to your lungs. So like the back where your rib cage is.
Yeah.
That's where I always put the oils on my kids as well.
Well, I always take the residue and then rub it on the bottoms of their feet.
Yes, that's good.
Because
and let them breathe it in.
Yeah.
I let Dawson do that a lot, is let him breathe it in so it clears up that pressure right there in your nostrils.
Perfect.
And then if you just are like, I don't have time for DIY, I'm busy, like I'm just going to buy the Thieves Chest Rub. I have both. I have all those oils and I have the Thieves Chest Rub, and I love it.
I don't have the chest rub yet.
I love it. I bought it when Harper had RSV, and I use it on them all the time. Even just at night, I put it on myself if I'm not sick, because it feels like I can sleep better with my airways like open.
Is it really strong, or is it kind of subtle?
It's definitely strong.
Good.
I mean, it's not like overpowering, but it's definitely strong. You can smell it. You don't have to you can put it on your chest and smell it. It smells really, really good. And I've had mine for a while and I use it a lot.
That's awesome.
You just squeeze it and it comes out like 3 little prongs, and you can just rub it on, and it spreads very easily.
I love that. So you have your DIY option, and then you have your DIY option.
Yeah.
So whatever one you are, we got an option for you.
Okay, awesome. So now I will say that, and I know Lisa is the same way, and her kids are a little older than mine. I use all of the oils on my children.
Yep, okay? I do too.
If you're joining this class and you're just starting out, I would say start with, a little bit less, add some more coconut oil, use the kids' oils, and kind of gauge your kids out a little bit. But as you get into like being really well versed with oils, you can use all these recipes. But this is what I would have used on my kids in the very beginning, not knowing how they would react to the oils.
Okay. So this is a beginner's guide.
Yes,
Okay.
very beginners. I wanted to keep this very simple for people who are just starting out and know that you can use these oils very safely on your kids and not feel worried. To me, these are all very mild oils. So I put a little recipe guide together. The first slide is, you can see right there is Sniffles on the chest. That's like a pre-diluted kids oil. And I would honestly put that in my kids' diffusers too. But I think that oil I've also kind of rubbed under my kids' nose when they get like super stuffy and they don't sleep and they're whiny and they're really just like congested and cranky. Just like rub a little right here. It's very mild. I've never had them complain about that or get red or anything like that. And then pine essential oil is very mild, but very strong and very powerful. So on their feet and then add some socks so that can really absorb into their skin. I'd say add it to their chest, their back, in their diffuser, let them really be smelling in that pine oil. And then eucalyptus. That's a really good, strong and powerful oil, but very mild, that it's not gonna be overpowering
Not
for them.
overpowering. Okay, awesome.
And then for adults, now, like I said, if you're just starting out, maybe try one or two of these. I just put like all the oils that if I was sick, I'm like layering them on. I'm putting them all up and down my forearms. I'm putting them on my chest, my spine, in the bath with some bath salts and things like that. And I thought it was really important to add a hot towel afterwards. And that drives all those oils into your skin. And all the oils that I put on there are not really considered hot. And besides peppermint and oregano, so you can put that on the bottoms of your feet. It won't be as hot there. I wouldn't normally put oregano anywhere else. And then whenever I have any sort of sinus pressure, I always put tea tree right here on the bridge of my nose, and that really helps to alleviate that sinus pressure. So that's what I would do. And then the capsules. Now, if your kids can take capsules,
yes,
right?
All three of my kids can take capsules
so
now.
My kids cannot take capsules. Today, my daughter woke up a little stuffy, and I just dropped a drop of pine in her cup, and she chugged it down. She couldn't even taste it. It was in her Ningxia. But if your kids can take capsules, or you, do you put coconut oil in yours or any carrier oil?
Typically not, unless it's like pizza type
like
oils, like oregano and rosemary, because sometimes you'll burp it back up and you'll feel like you're tasting all of those different spices.
So maybe when you first start out, you could try it a couple of times to get your body used to it. I don't ever burp up the oils. My dad said that he did when he used them. So I guess it just depends.
Yeah. Just make sure you drink lots of water with it.
Yes. A full glass of water.
And don't take it on an empty stomach.
For sure. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But definitely, I would say ingesting capsules is like the intermediate step of being an oiler. So if you had to tell somebody one oil to start with as an adult, which oil would you pick to share with them if they have
eucalyptus
to get eucalyptus?
Yeah.
Now we have 3 different eucalyptuses. Should they get?
I would say eucalyptus
radiata.
Yeah, because it's 15 milliliter. It's about the same price as the other 2. And I mean, it'll last you a pretty good while.
Okay. So Allison's pick is eucalyptus radiata. And my pick is going to be RC oil. That is my favorite respiratory care oil. Respiratory care, RC. That's the one I got started with. I love it. You can dilute it for your kids. So if all of this is a really good guide if you're more of like an intermediate oiler and you're like, oh, I got lots of different oils, I'm going to layer myself on.
Yeah.
But if you had to pick one oil to start with, if you're a brand new oiler, RC and eucalyptus radiata.
And they're both under $20.
Yeah.
So very affordable to get started with those oils. And Sniffles, I'm pretty sure is like maybe $17.
Yeah.
So very affordable.
That's great
All
for
of these
kids.
oils are very affordable.
Yeah. I would say Sniffles is great for any age, but like 10 and under or like 6 and under, if you're really just exposing your kids to oils for the first time, Sniffles is a great one to get started with.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. This is a really great guide. So take a screenshot of this and to refer back to it later.
Okay, so I don't do diffuser blends really because I just throw the oils straight in the diffuser. So if you are like really congested and you just want to throw every single one of these in, you could put a drop or two of all of them, or you could just, like Lisa said, you could pick one if you're just starting out. For me to diffuse, I would say peppermint.
I love peppermint.
If I'm stuffed up and I want to do like a diffuser blend to help me sleep, I'm gonna put peppermint.
I like putting peppermint in my shower.
Yeah.
So
I put mine on the walls.
Yeah.
And then it'll help.
So just
do that
keep a bottle of peppermint. This is a great tip. Keep a bottle of peppermint oil in your shower and just put like 1 to 2 drops, like somewhere where it's not going to get washed down the drain, like, you know, on the walls, in the corners, and it is going to just open up your airways. So good. I'm actually going to do that because I don't have a peppermint bottle
That's a good idea.
in my shower. I'm going to do that when I get home tonight.
And I have one time I treated myself to the Oasis shower diffuser. It's not a Young Living product. It's just, they just literally sell the Oasis shower diffuser on their website. And I put just put about.
Did it work?
Yes, it was amazing. It's like maybe $20.
Wow. That would be a good Christmas gift.
Yeah, those are really awesome.
All right. So if you're watching in our oils group right now, Savvy Oiler Club, the Oasis shower diffuser
that allows me to do 10. Like give a friend.
All right. We'll add that into the show note or the show notes. I'm so used to podcasting into the class notes.
Yeah,
okay.
Perfect.
So peppermint is really great for diffusing. Now, if you have a little one, that is probably, I would say maybe 2 and under, you don't want to diffuse peppermint like in their room with their door closed. Leave the door open, maybe put the diffuser on the other side of the room because it's just like a really strong oil and it could be too much for their.
I'd say diffuse like pine or eucalyptus in their room.
Yeah.
Even just 1 drop as opposed to like if I'm congested, I'm putting like 5 drops of peppermint and I'm going to put that diffuser right next to my bed. So that steam's coming right up in my face. Yeah.
And what I like to say is if you're very, very new, very brand new, go low and go slow. Low amount of oils, slow over a little bit of time.
Yeah.
That way you can see how your body reacts to them. All right.
Okay. So this is like one of my absolute favorite hacks.
Yes. I love this.
I feel like if you are congested, this is going to like open your airways so fast. So if you're like, oh my gosh, I don't have time for all this, you could really just put the oils in your diffuser and just stick your face over it.
Yeah.
But that is not going to do half as much as this would do. Or you could put the diffuser.
This is like a spa treatment.
It is truly like, it's like a facial, like, it's just like, oh, it's so nice.
And my favorite time to do this treatment that Allison's going to explain to you is right before I go to bed, like during the winter time when you feel stuffy or you got a cold and you just cannot breathe.
It's so hard to sleep.
It's so hard to sleep and you lay back. You really need to prop up your pillows and like sit up. So, it's not like all going back and you get an ear infection, but it really just helps open up your airways. And I end up being able to breathe all night because of this.
Oh, it's so good.
All right. So explain how to do this.
I just put 1 cup because I know a lot of people really like a strict recipe, but I would just get my pot and just kind of stick it in, stick it under the sink and fill it up. And I wait until it's boiling. Mm-hmm. That way the oils don't evaporate. Mm-hmm. I wait until it's boiling. I would add those. You don't have to add all 3 of them. You could add 1, you could add all 3. You could add any of the other oils that I've talked about throughout this whole class. All those oils are going to do what needs to be done. Yeah. If I would say pick any of these, I would say definitely peppermint. Cause that's going to you're going to feel that going up into your nose.
You want to make sure you don't get too close at first because the steam, obviously it's hot. So just be careful. And do you put a towel over your head?
Yep. Put a towel, just kind of like drape it over your head and let that steam come up and just really breathe it in as long as you can. Really breathe that. And then what I do is I let my water cool down and then I'll go and fill my diffusers with it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I do not waste any oil. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to fill up my diffusers and then that way it's going throughout the house.
Yeah. So if you're in our Savvy Oiler Club support group, we will do a demonstration for you tomorrow. So make sure you tune in tomorrow for that demonstration.
So on my time hop, it just came up last year that I was doing this and I posted it on my story.
That's awesome.
That was funny. I must have.
All right. Next tip.
Okay. So when I first started oiling, I loved making rollers and I still do make them now. I do a lot more just like straight on my body, but I love having oils on the go. And I love to have rollers that my kids like in the car. I'm like, here, roll this on the bottom of your feet, and I could never give my kid a bottle of oregano. They'd be like putting it in their eye. So I'll give them a roller. So for the adult version, I would have the top version. That's like knockout and type of roller. 10 drops eucalyptus, 10 drops raven, 10 drops peppermint, 10 drops raven Sarah, and 5 drops. I would say rub that all up and down your spine. Rub it right here on my T-zone, because I feel like
Now, do you do carrier oil in here?
Yes.
Okay.
Top with the carrier oil. So I prefer coconut oil. I know younger
fractionated coconut oil.
Yes, liquid, never use. You'll have to be warming it up.
If you get it in the store and it comes in a container and it's solid sitting on the store shelf,
Yeah.
don't add that one to your rollers because it will solidify and you will have to warm your roller back up.
You can use that as like a carrier oil in your hand, like put a little glob, like we said in the beginning, if you wanted to drop it in your hand. I don't use carrier oil on my kids anymore at all.
Yeah.
But when
I don't either.
Start out, you'll want to use that just in
so
case.
The fractionated liquid, so you can like see it, it's liquid. That's the one you're going to want to put in your rollers to top them off.
Yeah. So fill your bottle up with those oils. And even if you just have just 2 or 3 oils, like in the starter kit, you would get raven, peppermint, and lavender, those 3 oils. If you made a sniffle roller with those 3 oils and topped it with carrier oil, that would be an amazing sniffle stopper.
I love the oils that come
so I did the kid version, 10 drops sniffles, 10 drops fine, 10 drops lavender, 10 drops raven. You can substitute, you can add more, you can add less, you can do it however you like it. This is just for somebody who like is just starting out and really needs that recipe to understand.
When you're a beginner, you're depending on all of these like different recipes heavily, but when you're like 6 years in like me and 3 years in like Allison, you're just putting it, you're making your own concoctions. And
when my kids get out of the bath, I lay them on their stomach and I do drop here, drop there, drop here, drop there. And I just put the lid on, put it up. We oil them up like all night.
I love that. And after the bath, it's really good to put them on. But make sure you don't use hot oils after the bath because those pores are so open and the oils are going to enter in their bloodstream and go through the layers of their skin really, really fast. So hot oils are things like oregano, peppermint, cinnamon bark. Those are not going to be ones that you're going to want to put on. So more soothing ones are going to be like lavender and even cedarwood.
I'll put that on my kids after the bath.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay. So this I wanted to talk about because I know a lot of people are really excited about the fact that you can get started anyway, right? Yeah. But us people who've been using oils for a while, we're like, okay, you can get started anyway, but the premium starter kit is like the bee's knees, like $165 for this amazing kit that has 12 oils, a diffuser. You wouldn't be able to add all that stuff in.
I have a friend that got started by piecing oils together. And she like 2 months later, she ended up buying the starter kit anyway, because she's like, I want the Aria diffuser. And I said, well, the best way to get the Aria diffuser is in the premium starter kit or the premium starter bundle. And you get 12 oils, and those 12 oils are used for so many different things.
So many different things that like, if they were like, I can only spend $200, I would say, get the premium starter kit. That gets you started and that could last you for so long.
It's a no-brainer.
So for kids or adults, I would say lavender on the bridge of your nose, like I said, on the T-zone, that will really help to alleviate any pressure there or any sort of like inflammation. If you put some peppermint in your hands and just kind of breathe it in like that, put it in your diffuser, breathe it in the steam pot, and then raven on the chest, back, spine, bottoms of your feet. That comes in the kit, and that oil is so powerful. So that's like premium starter kit. If you have a cold, there you go, right there.
Plus a diffuser that you can, put the oils out in the air in your room and you're breathing it in.
You're breathing it in all day, boosting your immune system.
That's what I do every single morning in my morning routine is I go around my house and I fill up all my diffusers. I just love the environment that it creates, the, atmosphere. I love it.
Sometimes at night I try to fill up my diffusers and then in the morning put all my oils in, and it just makes me so happy.
Yeah.
Okay. So we just kind of talked about it a little bit. You can get started a couple of ways. So you can get started by placing an order of $100 and then you unlock your 24% off. You're also going to get free shipping, which is awesome. You could go to any of our links, whoever invited you to this class, and you can purchase your oils that way, or you can like piece together your own little bundle and say like, oh, I want, all the sniffle oils, or I want all the hormone oils, or I want allergy. Like, that's so amazing that Lisa's kids don't have allergies anymore. I want the allergy, trio, and I just want to get started with that, and make your own little bundles. Or you can go in and get the amazing bundles that Young Living has already pre-made for you, and you'll still get your 24% off discount that way. And you can shop monthly, or you can shop whenever you want.
I know, I love it.
And it's just, you have so many perks by being a member, and you can just order whenever you want, and it's just so amazing.
Yeah. So we want you to do two different things. Okay. So if you do not have oils, reach out to one of us, and we are not pushy, pressury kind of people, but let's just have a conversation of see where this fits into your lifestyle, and see how, maybe if this is for you or if it's not for you. I have several friends that they're still waiting. They're still on the fence because they're thinking, oh, I don't want to buy it and not actually use it. Well, that's why you have people like us that help to support you and check in with you and say, hey, are you putting those oils to use? We don't want you to waste your money.
Yeah. Or here's how you can use this. Or, your friend's struggling with allergies, and you say, hey, press a little bit of that peppermint to the roof of your mouth. And then they call you and they're like, oh my God, that worked. And then, like, okay, let's create a little game plan on how to use all the oils you have right now, so that you can get the best out of it.
And don't think you have to know everything all at once. You don't have to.
It's trial and error. It really is.
Yeah. So you don't have to know everything at once. You're going to, figure it out along the way as you experience different things. You're going to reach out to one of us or somebody who introduced you to this class, and you're going to say, hey, I'm dealing with this, and they're going to give you a little tip, and you're going to take that little tip and store it in your brain, and then you're going to have it forever. So it's a process, and you're going to learn. So the second thing I want you to do is, if you are still like learning and you still want to see more things, I want you to reach out to us and say, hey, can I just be a part of your educational group and just learn a little bit more about this before I dive into this new lifestyle? So we can give you some proofs of how amazing this lifestyle is, because I would not go back to where my kids had lots of allergies, lots of eczema, lots of, hormone issues. For me, we just don't deal with that stuff anymore. It's just so different.
It's so amazing.
So different. And I'm glad the person that I got that introduced me to this lifestyle, I'm so thankful that she said something to me. So
me too.
Thank you so much for this class, girl.
Yes,
I love you. All right, friends, we'll see you later. Well, actually, we'll see you next week for our testimonies class. Bye.